So our parent function is t of x equals sine x. Here is our parent graph. It's a cool little wavy line with intercepts at negative 360, negative 180, 0, 0, 180, and 360. The domain is all real numbers, and the range, y must be greater than or equal to negative 1 and less than or equal to 1. And then when a in this function is changed, it will affect the y values. When it is greater than 1, it will stretch vertically. And when a is a fraction, it will shrink vertically. When a is a negative fraction, it will shrink vertically and also flip over the x-axis. And when a is less than negative 1, it will stretch vertically and also flip over the x-axis. In this transformation, the a is 3 greater than 1, so the parent function transforms and stretches vertically. And the domain in this is all real numbers, and y must be greater than or equal to negative 3 and less than or equal to 3. And then when h is changed, it will affect the x values. When h is greater than 0, the x values will shift to the left, and when h is less than 0, the x values will shift to the right. In this example, h is less than 0, it's negative 1, so our locator point here at 0, 0 will shift 1 point to the right. And in this graph, the domain is all real numbers, and y must be greater than or equal to h, or less negative h, and it must also be less than or equal to positive h. And then when k is changed, it will affect the y values. If it is greater than 0, the graph will shift up, and if it is less than 0, it will shift down. In our example, our y is positive, so our graph from our locator point at 0, 0 will shift up 2 points. The domain is all real numbers, and y must be greater than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to 3. And then when b is changed, it will affect the x values. When it is greater than 1, the graph will shrink horizontally. When it is a fraction, it will stretch horizontally. And when b is a negative fraction, it will stretch and also flip over the y-axis. And when b is less than negative 1, the graph will shrink horizontally and also flip over the y-axis. In our example, b is a positive whole number over 1, so the graph shrinks horizontally. Here, it shifts to the left. It shrinks horizontally. And the domain is all real numbers, and y must be greater than or equal to negative 1, and also less than or equal to 1.